My stylish but concerned sisters leaned toward me, but I waved them off. I was jobless and homeless, but I wasn't brainless. Oh boy, how long had Carrie's idea been marinating? I'd barely processed my latest life change and they already had a plan. Double sheesh. She'd waited for just the right moment to rush in when my defenses were at their lowest to blindside me. I nodded agreeably and pasted a smile on my face. What else could I do with cheeks stuffed like a chipmunk's and both sisters ready to swoop in for the kill? But my nerve endings were on full alert. "There's a job opening at Red Apple Inn," Carrie said. Okay. On the surface, that should sound like the best news I'd had today. But then a problem, so huge I couldn't wrap my head around it, registered. "Red Apple Inn?" I squeaked, my voice sailing up a dozen decibels in disbelief. I sincerely hoped Carrie had made a terrible mistake. Red Apple Inn, owned by Minnie West, one of the greatest grandmothers I'd ever met, though she wasn't exactly a grandmotherly type. The problem? My ex-boyfriend was the manager, the guy who needed a break from me. Whatever the job Carrie was about to recommend, I'd rather live in a leaky tent in the woods than take a job with Richard as my boss. Carrie covered my hand with hers. "Listen, Ellie, this job is perfect for you." I narrowed my eyes and asked, "You know all this how?" Something was fishier than the stinky rotten stuff Marley loved to roll in at the beach. "Do you remember Harry West?" Carrie studied me over the rim of her purple-framed reading glasses, which she perched precariously on the tip of her nose. Of course I remembered Harry. Tall, dark, and oh so handsome it made my teeth hurt. Or maybe that was the chocolate. Anyway, he was also Minnie's grandson. When I was in 7th grade, I thought he and I were destined for a happily ever after life. I have since discovered that fairy tale is only for princesses, not me. Besides, Harry didn't have a clue about my infatuation, and I gave up trying to impress him after my most embarrassing incident ever. "By that blush on your cheeks, I know you remember him," Carrie teased. "The thing is, now that he's back in Rock Bluff, he's helping his Nana." Richard never mentioned anything to me about his boss needing help with anything. "Minnie needs a dog walker, Elle. That's where you come in." Where I come in? This was more than awkward. Something didn't add up. Ever since Harry returned to Rock Bluff, I'd rebuffed him like the plague. No sense in stirring up that old crush. Part of me wished he'd stayed in Texas honing his cowboy persona instead of becoming Rock Bluff's newest, most eligible detective.